Hey folks, Real Honesty with John Rittland. I'm John Rittland. This is a 35-year reflection on World Class Championship Wrestling, episode 54, the December 28th, 1982 edition specifically, which longtime fans will know and some wrestling historians will know. That is the night where it was Kerry Von Erich versus Ric Flair in steel cage for the NWA title with Michael Hayes as a special guest referee, which sparked the huge rivalry between the Von Erichs and the Freebirds. Now, I'm taping this a few weeks ahead of time, and the reason I'm taping this a few weeks ahead of time is I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be taking a bit of a break. I'm going to be taking a bit of a break as far as like content, not as far as content I provide, so that's why I'm taping stuff ahead. But this is going to be a video that I will upload obviously sometime either before or just after Christmas. Because really, besides my Raw SmackDown reviews that I'm going to be doing, I'm probably going to be taking some time. I mean, you will have seen my end of year shows by the time this goes up. I'm just going to be taking a bit of a break. So just thanks again, guys, for the support. I really appreciate it as the end draws near and we are done with 2017. My God, it has been one hell of a roller coaster year as far as just everything in the world. But we're all still here, relatively speaking. Whether we're sane or not is another story. But this episode is all centered around one match, just a steel cage match. That's all it was, just hype for this match. 45-minute episode. Bill Mercer opening up the show. Underrated as an announcer. Sometimes he would botch. He did botch at one point, calling a knee to the jaw when it was an elbow to the jaw, and a couple other things. But Bill Mercer knew his wrestling and had a different style about him, and I really appreciated the style that he lent, and he fit perfectly for the WCCW brand and promotion. So you had the opening music and graphics, and oh my God, so 80s, but so good, so good, so cheesy. You had recaps of like Kerry and Ric Flair having another match before, where there was a lot of good stuff and like some shenanigans and a goofy finish that led to the build for this rematch. And it was good build for this. And then you had comments from Kerry Von Erich and Ric Flair. And I love Kerry Von Erich as far as like his energy and stuff like that. But my God, when he did some promos, I had no idea. I was like, dude, wake up. It was weird because as much energy as he had in the damn ring, he had a lot of promos where it's like it almost seemed like he was half asleep. Ric Flair, of course, a little more dialed back here because he hadn't quite gotten to the character that he was right after the match that he had with Harley Race and leading into his feud with Dusty Rhodes shortly after that. So this is just really before the whole Flair it's actually about a year before the Flair for the Gold thing. We're actually about 11 months. But it was nice to see a little bit of a different side of Ric Flair. And then as for the match, one, I never understood why World Class Championship Wrestling did not have at least ropes or some type of guardrail, like, for an entranceway. The wrestlers are coming through the people, and the Texas fans, men and women, love the Von Erichs. Absolutely love the Von Erichs. The women in particular wanted to get at the Von Erichs and are trying to like kiss them, especially Kerry. And that's nothing against any of the other Von Erichs, but they just loved the family so much. It's like they were Texas. They were WCCW. And of course Ric Flair gained the big entrance and everything. And big fight feel. Michael Hayes in the ring along with another referee, normal referee, and it was good. You had, of course, the steel cage. The only thing about the steel cage is, it was maybe 7 feet tall. Like, literally, somebody could have stood up on the first rope and been like, hey, I can see you fans from here. The crowd was on fire, though. Absolutely on fire. They wanted Kerry to win the title. They were like, oh, it's a build. It's at the Reunion Arena. It's like 20,000 something people, according to Bill Mercer, which I'm not sure about the capacity of it, but that sounds about right. The crowd was really active. Regardless of whether it was 20,000 or not, the crowd was really active and really loud. But they wanted Kerry to win. There was no DQ, obviously. It's a cage match. Yet the refs called for rope breaks and called for other stuff, by the way. It just was insane. It was just crazy. I never understood that stuff. It was pretty ridiculous. Hayes, of course, showing favoritism to Kerry, but also at the same time getting a little aggressive with Kerry, like, hey, wait, you're not supposed to do that, or hey, wait, I'm frustrated, and he knocks Flair out. The refereeing did get a bit distracting, but it told a good story. Because it was all building to this. It was all building to this point where Kerry's like, he has the claw on Flair. Flair gets his foot kind of draped on the rope or like touches the rope, and Hayes calls for the finish. Well, he throws Kerry off finally, breaking the claw. Gets frustrated. Flair gets knocked out with a punch by Hayes. Hayes throws Kerry on Flair. Oh, he won't. Kerry doesn't want to win. Not that way. AKA, like the whole Matrix thing. Even though the Matrix came years later, that's what I always think. Not this way, and then they get unplugged and they all die. That was a bad example considering all the Von Erich children, except for Kevin, are dead. So that was not meant to be a shot at all. Nor was that God, I am not doing so well with this. The whole point is it was during doing Matrix reference. Bad choice of words. Wasn't mean any offense to the memory of the late Von Erich family. But then you had just good storytelling. You had Hayes decided to leave the ring. Flair needs Kerry in the back. Kerry hits Hayes. Hayes tumbles out. Gordy slams the door on Kerry's head. The match continues after that. The fans are pissed and trying to get at Terry and Michael Hayes. Terry Bam Bam Gordy and Michael Hayes. The match continues for a few minutes. A lot of people think that's the end of the match, according to the clipping and stuff like that. But a lot of people remember Flair and Kerry actually fought for a little bit, and then Kerry couldn't continue the match because he had a cut above his eye and he may have had a concussion, or it was a way to protect Kerry, show he had a fighting spirit, but he just couldn't go on. So you had that, and you had Flair basically win because Kerry couldn't continue. So the crowd's pissed and everything, but it built perfectly because this led to the Flair. This led to having Flair, do his own thing and whatever. Kerry almost got the title, but it led to the Von Erich Freebird rivalry, and that's what we needed. And my God, that set Texas on fire. It's just such a shame that David Von Erich died when he did. I mean, he died just over a year after this happened. I know David wasn't in this, but David and Kevin actually ran in and, did this, which was a way to build the whole thing. David got on the mic. I think David got on the mic. I think it was David. Sorry, I sometimes, because my Texas wrestling memory is a little fuzzy, I may have gotten them a little bit confused. But I believe David got on the mic and it's like, hey, so I know what you're going to, it's like, I see the kind of person you are now. I'm going to, we're going to take you down. Essentially, that's what it is. Thus the rivalry is born. Probably the biggest rivalry, if not the biggest rivalry in Texas wrestling history, at least world-class championship wrestling history. And that's all due respect to any other feuds that they had. The Freebirds were loathed in Texas from then on. And it was wonderful. But it was good storytelling. Classic match. Certainly one worth watching. It's good stuff. You certainly can see the athlete that Kerry was, and it's just a shame. One, the accident he had that took his foot. And just the fallout after that and everything. It's such a shame that so much tragedy had befallen the Von Erich family and a lot of people in the world-class championship wrestling promotion. So anyway, still really good match to check out regardless, especially for history. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this little reflection on there, and just get out and watch it. Try to watch some more old school wrestling, but also to this point, whenever you guys watch this, whenever I upload this, whether it's closer to Christmas or just after Christmas, I hope, one, you guys have a good holiday. I hope, two, you guys have a good New Year's if you don't watch this until New Year's. And I really appreciate the support for the channel. It really means a lot. So thank you guys so much. And do you agree, do you disagree with what I said about this match? Do you remember this match fondly? What are some of your favorite matches from World Class Championship Wrestling? Like, share, comment, subscribe. Twitter link is in the description. Spend real honesty with John Ritlin. I'm John Ritlin, and I will see you soon.